Kerbalcast. On tonight's episode, we are looking at the 1.0.5 new toys, and we have a super special guest. That would be you, Nos. Say hello.
Nostromo.
And that's about it for our fancy intro.
Yeah, that's it. We're done.
Yep, that's it. Now the whole
I
thing
don't
is just gonna
get an introduction.
Well, and as always, my faithful co-host who puts up with me, despite the fact that I don't give him the love and attention he deserves.
Greetings, I'm Caffeine Rage.
And I'm Jay Arthur. Coming up on tonight's weather. No. Received some feedback from you guys who watch the VODs that you would like intros so that you know what's going on in the middle of an episode. Because my titles and descriptions are not always the best. They're more for comedic effect. So, here's what we're doing tonight. So the plan is to try out all of the new toys, talk about them, and also talk to Nos because he graciously showed up after being called out.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't just, sit around and let that happen.
I mean, you could. It's not like this is an old Western shootout.
I mean, the episode isn't live yet, so they don't even know about the call out.
That's true. They do now. Anyone who... Well, actually, there's no one else here right now because the stream has been up for like a minute. But that's okay. Alright. Let's head over to the VAB and check out all the new toys. Rage, since you are our official patch notes guy, it's up to you to make sure we hit everything tonight. I realize I'm just springing this on you.
I really dove into the patch notes.
I was going to say, I realize I'm springing this on you, but I have faith that you can do it. Alright, first things first.
Yeah, from the...
I
was going to say, from the sound effect things, it sounds like they added a lot of little things that they never really even covered, or they briefly mentioned that turned out to be bigger things than what they actually were.
Yeah. Well, first, everything's broken. I'm down to 3 mods, and one of them is saying that it's not compatible, so we'll see if there's any weird crashes tonight.
Which two were ready on day one of the patch?
I don't think it's just that they were ready. I think that there was nothing in them that conflicted. D-Magic still worked, although I pulled it out just so that I wouldn't have any parts in the way. No, 3 worked, sorry. D-Magic, Hyper Edit, and Kerbal Alarm Clock. They all still worked. Ooh, I like the new Mark 1 cockpit look, which we had seen that before, but like seeing it in my game. I wish they'd kind of given the same treatment to the inline cockpit.
I think I am going to miss the old style, more fighter-ish Mark 1 cockpit.
Yeah.
Just for certain things. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a very nice looking cockpit, but at the same time, it doesn't fit some designs.
Yeah. I miss my KW rocketry though. The game wouldn't even load with KW rocketry. Like the other mods, they would load, but then it would be like, your game is incompatible. It might crash, but KW rocketry just hung on every load. So, good night, sweet prince. I don't expect anyone to fix you. If they do, though. Ooh, I like the new look on the Aerospike as well. First things first, I'm going to load up some of the pre-built stuff and just see how that they work. So
yeah, from the sounds of things...
Sorry, go ahead.
They removed all the jet engine models that they were talking about in the last dev notes, just before the patch went live. But from what I gather, it's going to be something that they'll add in later when they have more time to really address it.
Well, all of the jet engine models are definitely different. And there's 2 more. Like, there's 2 new ones. I recognize the Goliath from one of the mods. I think... I can't remember what mod it is. It's in a mod. Or at least they copied it. And then the Panther is from B9. That looks more like one of the old turbofans from B9 Aerospace. Granted, there's no reason to think that there is a connection unless they said it and I missed it, but that's what it reminds me of. So Nos, I was saying this when you were gone earlier, but don't be afraid to just jump in and talk about the game or anything. Rage and I are pretty good at talking a lot. Although I guess you're used to Biff talking over you all the time.
I don't know, I just kind of take the co-host position, so every now and then I just pop in with a zinger.
Oh, so you're bucking from my position.
You better watch out.
Nos, the sidekick. Oh, hey, I should probably turn on SAS.
No,
When does he get his own spin-off series?
Rage?
And or Nos?
It's a good question, Fritos. Also, I forgot to mention Fritos was here.
Oh, yeah. Brains.
He was just sitting in the corner.
Those engines do have a ton of gimbal. The new shuttle engines.
They're flopping all over the place.
Well, I mean, I'm doing it on purpose.
Good recovery.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what people do with these engines.
I'm gonna try and make a proper shuttle.
I just ditched everything. I want to see how well it glides. Although, it would help if I was pointing the correct
rather
direction.
reasonable shuttle.
Yeah, this is the new stock shuttle. It looks funny, but I like it.
Well, I think the big difference really is that they have the tail fin on the wingtips instead of the actual, where the shuttle's tail fin is.
Yeah.
And it's got that mustache fin at the front.
Yeah. I'm blanking on the name of it. Fritos, you know the name of these things.
Yeah,
okay, thank you.
Canards.
Well, I'm in a nosedive, and I can't pull out of it.
And it looks like you
Oh,
only
there
have a
we go.
monopropellant engine.
Yeah, that's all I got left.
I'm seeing that correctly.
It's my monopropellant. I'm just gonna kill that. That noise is annoying in my ear, and it's not really helping.
User joined your channel.
Oh, someone else. This has to be Biff. I think Biff's the last one with the password.
Biff is here.
Hey, Biff.
Just so everyone knows, new episode's up.
Yes, like we can go listen
Stealing
to it
our
right
thunder
now.
again.
But
We
it's
had
already
to-
out
yeah.
of date.
Had to do whatever we could to steal some views from you.
I mean, we even had a proper introduction just to, like, bring in all of the viewers, and you just took them away. All right, I'm going to crash into the ground, and I'm just going to let it happen. Actually, I'm going to crash into the water.
Looks like you're in a bit of a flat spin.
I am.
Okay, can I make a comment here? When you asked me why I don't come on here, that was a perfect example.
We immediately are mean to you?
Yes!
You're right. That is a good example.
Well, if we're nice to you, you'll think something's up.
Yeah,
And then
he
you'll
might
never
come
come back.
The Kerbal 2. Oh, that's just a little stock thing. Whatever.
So what do you think of 1.0.5 so far?
Well, it broke all my mods, except for 3, which makes me sad.
Yeah,
and-
supposedly, Jared, RCS is toggleable now in the assembly building.
Wait, RCS is what?
You can toggle RCS modules.
Oh, interesting.
Wait, like they can be on whenever you launch, or what?
You could turn them on and off at will.
Wait, you could always toggle RCS off and on. Are you talking about
Yeah,
individual?
but you could do this in the individual and in the VAB now.
Okay.
Yeah, just going through people's highlights.
What advantage would that have?
You could set certain profiles. For example, as your center of mass changes as you lose parts, you could set certain RCS thrusters to be on or off at certain times. That way you're not...
I'm thinking RCS tugs.
Oh, yeah, that would work too.
Like if you think they look really cool, but you don't want them to do anything, so you can put more of them on there, but they don't have to work.
I suppose you could do that, yeah. What is this, Lear Star? Oh, that's the...
And now Fritos comes with all the proper answers.
I want to say
What?
hi to the prettiest princess.
All right, let's
My
try
game,
this.
it's so dull looking.
Oh, yeah, I'm missing all of my pretty princess mods.
It's true. I'm
Hey.
only running with Engineer.
Yeah.
Pretty
Engineer-
Pretty Princess was a pretty decent game.
there was a game called Pretty Pretty Princess?
Yeah, there's a board game. Like, you moved around on the board, and if you went to the right spots, you'd get some plastic jewelry, and whoever's the prettiest princess.
See, our pretty princess just dresses up like Adele and sings Rolling in the Deep.
Alright, speaking of Adele, Biff, that brings up a conversation I wanted to have. Not specifically about Adele, but about music.
Oh boy.
So, we all...
Okay, fair warning. You do not mention She Who Must Not Be Named.
I was going to say, we all know how you feel about She Who Must Not Be Named. So that's my baseline for how do you feel about other music sensations. Probably most of them pop.
I want to jump in first. I've seen his music collection,
Yeah.
and you would think that like he hates pop in like just a blanket sense, but he actually has a lot of pop music and listens to more pop music than like I do.
Well, okay, Nos, what are some pop artists that he has in his music collection?
Hey, let me tell you this real quick. If you looked at my iPod, you would think that it belonged to 3 different people.
That is very true.
That sounds like my Pandora account.
I can't think of any of them off the top of my head. I mean, he doesn't have like full discographies or anything. He's just got some singles of a few different popular songs, but usually they're songs that are just like pretty decently catchy and good.
All right.
Hang on a sec. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well,
I think he's looking right now.
okay. Well, while we wait on him, I'm pretty sure that this was one of the stock craft before. It just looks different now with different engines. So I like the way that the Mark 55 thuds, the little kind of strap-on liquid fuel engines, I like that they changed the design of those and the color.
All right, got a question.
Answer.
If you have that giant thing, shooting out everything, why do you have the 2 little guys working?
Because they were in the same stage together.
Okay. I just didn't know if it was for like counterbalancing the offset of the weight or something.
It might be.
It is. Those aren't the shuttle engines that gimbal ridiculously.
No.
I was going to say it's probably changing the center of thrust.
Yeah. To help it fly straight and true. How am I doing? I'm still fairly shallow.
Okay, so we were talking about this earlier, Biff and I. Would you guys rather have waited and have it all at, 1.1?
Yes.
Or wait, so your mods could catch up?
Yes.
No, I don't care.
I just lost all of my games until the mods get back to working. I lost everything. I mean, obviously I still have the saves, but with broken mods, if the mods never get fixed, then I can't play those games anymore. Or those saves.
Yeah, I have my modded save or my modded game completely separate from my Steam install, so it doesn't really affect that. But at the same time, I'm a little concerned about what actually is going to be in 1.1 now, because it seems like they took a good chunk of the content out of it. Only thing that I can recall offhand is antenna range.
Oh yeah, did they implement the kind of stock?
No, the remote tech antenna range thing is not in this. They said that it requires some things that are in Unity 5 only.
Oh hey, so everything, the heat level goes down. Alright, that's good to know.
Do you guys fear that since they did 1.0.5, that instead of just waiting for 1.1, we run the risk of seeing like 1.0.6 or 7?
Oh, I expect there to be a bug fix here or there.
Yeah, a couple of hot fixes.
I'm still poking around the subreddit, seeing all the things that people are finding, and you may want to check out the RTG description.
Okay. I will do that in just a second. I don't know why I'm still making orbit. This obviously works. Alright, let's go look at the RTG, and then I'm going to head over to the spaceplane hangar and see what the new stock craft are over there. The RTG's in the utility group, right?
Snicker, snicker, snicker.
Where are you, RTG? Oh, hey, look, there's the new cargo ramp. Here we go. Well done. Well done, squad. Not to be used for providing heating during emergency rover excursions. Do a splashdown in something. Okay, I'll splash down a plane, Spaceman. Because I'm pretty sure if I just crash a rocket into the sea, it'll not go very well.
Yeah, supposedly seaplanes are actually doable now. I'm not sure how doable yet. I haven't seen anyone commenting on that.
Well, we might try and build a space plane after we get done, or not a space plane, a seaplane. After we get done, just
and I do know that
stock stuff.
Removing fuel from some fuel tanks actually changes how the buoyancy works in it, and actually really dense parts like I-beams and sort of things sink.
Oh, is this a stock float plane? All of these liquid fuselages are empty. Let's try it.
It's called the Gull.
It's called the Gull, yeah. I want Biff to come back. I need to talk to him about music.
What, did we chase Biff off?
I mean, was your question... Actually, he's probably saying hey to the wife. Was your question leading somewhere?
Yeah, I was going to just start asking him about a bunch of different pop artists and just like see how he felt about them, and some other music as well.
Have you bought any music recently? Do you buy music or do you download?
I buy music.
What have you bought recently?
Let's see. So this was the reason. I recently heard Meghan Trainor, Dear Future Husband, and I got that song stuck in my head, so I bought her, I don't know if it's her only album or her most recent album, and I've been listening to that like crazy. And then before that, I bought a song, I can't think of the name of the band, but the song is called The Ballad of John Henry, and I've been listening to that song nonstop. And then I bought all of Miracle of Sound's albums like a month or two ago.
Oh, Miracle of Sound is amazing.
Alright, so I have no air brakes.
There's someone on the subreddit absolutely abusing the reverse thrust on the the turbine engines.
I love abusing the reverse thrust on the propeller engines from KAX. Makes landing so easy. What kind of music do you like to listen to, Nos?
The most recent things I bought a Chromeo album. You ever hear him?
No.
It's like I don't know. It's
We're
like
gonna crash down. We're gonna crash.
It's kind of poppy, kind of dancey poppy stuff. And then I bought the Front Bottoms, which was folk punk, has a new album where they dabble a little bit into like guitars and other instruments, like electric guitars.
No Diarrhea Planet.
Jared, that landing actually went better than I thought it would.
Yeah.
I haven't seen much new stuff from Diarrhea Planet lately.
Oh, can I get back out of the water? Oh, I can. Look at that. Woo! Amazing. All right.
Oh, with some practice, that actually will be viable.
Yeah. I mean, I even kind of, well, let's be honest, that was just a crash landing. But the whole craft didn't explode when I touched the water. Is this an empty fuselage? Oh, it's just a structural fuselage. So it's got no fuel in it, so it must be pretty buoyant. And all the fuel is in the tiny...
Yeah, that little backpack, essentially.
This is cool. I'm going to do it again.
Okay, if you do it again, just drive into the water. Don't actually lift up.
Wait, just drive into the water. With my engine on and everything?
Yeah, don't tilt up or anything. Just keep driving and just like drive into the sea and see how it handles it.
Alright, I'm gliding in right now, but I won't pull up. I'll just hit the water.
Oh no, I mean from the landing strip. Like
okay.
while you still have wheels and everything.
Yeah, that would be a good plan. I'm gonna glide into the water though and just see what happens. Alright, we're ditching. Everything's broken. We're in career mode. We can't afford to revert. What's gonna happen when we hit the sea at I don't know, 60-ish meters per second.
Are your tabs at the top right different because of a mod?
Yes.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
It's still trying to load daily reentry, but
despite the fact that it's not installed.
The game requires deadly reentry once it.
Wow, that's amazing. I hit the water at 50 meters per second. I'm fine.
I'm impressed. They've
so
really
happy.
changed how the buoyancy works. Because it used to be hitting the water at above, 30? It's like slamming into a brick wall.
Yeah. And if you weren't, in certain parts, if you hit the water at higher than 5 meters per second, just explode. That's really cool. I wonder if I can come to a crash landing on the ground. Actually, I'm not even going to lift off. I'm just going to kind of drive towards land. Would it be drive? I'm going to sail towards land. So, Fritas, what are you doing?
I am rebuilding my space shuttle as lifelike as possible using the new engines.
Fancy.
And trying not to cheat with a million reaction wheels.
Oh, that's the only way to do it. Cheating is where it's at. I'm a big fan of cheating. Except in relationships.
This is why you have Hyper Edit installed.
I do.
I have the engines now, but I still don't know what to do with the back. Because I'm still trying to use monopropellant for the OMS system instead of the THUD radial liquid fuel engines.
Yeah, but they look so much cooler now.
Yeah, I know, but I still want to make sure that it functions correctly.
Nah, function schmunction. Alright, we are getting close to the ground.
I'm really interested to see how people do with the hydrofoils now. Supposedly the wings work in the water.
Yeah, look at this.
No. Not like that. I mean, actually dipping into the water, they'll provide lift.
Oh.
Allowing you to build a hydrofoil boat.
Oops. Didn't mean to go into... Actually, what's the new internal cockpit view look like? A little bit different. Nope. Land still immediately makes you escape. Oh, that's good to know. Let's just recover that.
Where you're going? How fast when you hit it?
Like 15 or 20 meters per second. Pretty slow, but... Alright, what else is in the hangar? Did they make any changes to the aerodynamics?
Not that I've heard.
I heard there were a few tweaks, but nothing major.
Mallard. What's a mallard? Oh, just a big plane. Oh, wait, is that the new cargo ramp? It is. Oh, it's like a mouth. Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah, I think it was Aki during the marathon stream for this. He drove a rover into it and tried to take off without fastening it.
Oh, we should play.
Didn't go well for the Kerbals.
Let's see, how does it... Alright, let's set the brakes. And then open. Oh, oh, this is... Wait, deploy limit. What is that?
That changes how much it opens.
Oh. Oh, it just kind of...
Yeah, see how it's just sticking straight out. You could lower it some more with the deployment.
That is fancy. I approve of that. Alright, so I am warming up slightly to this update.
Yeah, I really hope you're not expecting me to go through all these patch notes in the next squad report, by the way, Nos. Because there's a lot of little things.
I want you to read it off auction style.
Read the entire thing and then speed it up.
You could do that.
That can make a good soundbite, though. If you start like reading it at normal speed and just like gradually speed it up.
And then, like, start gradually slowing it back down as you get to the end. Oh my. Yep, there we go. Alright, so this thing does not do a super great aileron roll.
Should call it a barrel roll just to make
Just to make
Freetoss
Freetoss
switch.
mad. Yeah, it does a really poor barrel roll.
Use a boost to get through.
Do a barrel roll! Alright, I wonder what happens if you land a non-float plane in the water. Alright, so let's bring this giant thing down in the water and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm still going through all the changes, see if there's anything major.
Alright.
So happy about the new
new
radial air intakes.
A new crew cabin.
Yeah, I saw that at the Mark 1 crew cabin. Now I'm honestly a little bit torn. I want to go play with all the new toys, but Fallout 4.
I'm saving Fallout 4 for Wednesday when I'm going to have more than like an hour and a half to play it.
I'm streaming tonight.
I'm saving it for the Game of the Year edition so I can get all the DLC.
Yeah.
Because Bethesda is horrible when it comes to their DLC sales.
Alright, here we go. Brakes on. Air brakes.
Besides, honestly, the only way to play Fallout is modded all to hell, and it's not going to be that way for quite a while.
Did anything break? Nothing broke. Oh my gosh. What is that noise?
I usually like to get one totally vanilla playthrough in, both with Fallout and Skyrim or the Elder Scrolls games.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Alright. I know, Spaceman, that went way too well. Let's see if we can take it back
Yeah,
off.
it feels like the buoyancy is a little too forgiving, to be honest.
I mean, I've seen videos on YouTube where massive airliners ditch in the water just fine. And we're back in the air. Not a single part lost. This is amazing. I might as well just land in the water with everything from now on. It's much easier than landing on the ground. So, Nos, do you think all these changes will get you to play KSP a little bit more?
I mean, I didn't do a whole lot of the spaceplane stuff, but most of the fun I've had recently has been with spaceplanes. So, yeah, especially with the pre-mades they have, it could be fun just to fly those around for a little while.
One of us. One of us.
Huh, that's interesting. The new strategy they added to the career game.
What is it?
Increases passive rewards for achievements at the cost of reduced contract rewards, useful to boost self-driven playstyles. And
Yeah.
remember, they added world first to other celestial
all the other
bodies,
bodies,
if I
yeah.
read it correctly.
And I bet those are worth buku bucks. Because I mean, even some of the ones for for Kerbin, like making orbit, that one's worth what, 100,000?
Let's see. Added new world first contracts to spacewalking, crew transfers, and flight on atmospheric planets.
It's like I'm drunk. I'm
There's
bouncing
also
around all
now.
over the place.
Oh boy, here's one that people are gonna go after. There's
What?
now a 4th record track for oceanic depth.
Oh, we should do that.
Yeah, supposedly, if you build a neutrally buoyant craft with, you're actually able to fly underwater.
Can make a
Now
submarine.
that is a challenge.
I want to make a submarine. Not right now though. That could be for maybe next week. I'd like to get a little bit of practice in with that. All right, let's deploy the gear. Set reverse thrust. Reverse thrust makes landing so easy on little planes. I wonder if it'll help this big thing. Also, I wonder how well this thing would fly if you stacked it with cargo. Nope. Reverse thrust too early. I don't want to.
Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, it's so cool how the reverse thrust actually has it extend out like a real jet.
Oh yeah. All right, I'm not.
Jared, before you recover, EVA Kerbal.
EVA a Kerbal?
Yes.
Okay. Should I stop the plane
Hey,
first?
you wanted me to direct you.
That is true. Let's stop the plane. And deploy the ladder. Nope, he fell down. Alright, what are we doing?
Well, I was showing off the new nav ball.
Oh, hey, you know what? I did not even notice in the transition. And that is a good question, Spaceman. Do the girl Kerbals have tongues now?
Hey.
Make them jump.
Wait, did they change something about the models or something?
Well, did you
look
know,
it up for a
Ross,
second.
that the girl Kerbals previously did not have tongues?
Actually, both Kerbals didn't have tongues.
That's true. No Kerbals had tongues.
Hey, okay, so did I see right that you opened up the back of the plane earlier?
Yep, that's the new cargo bay.
How many crew do you have on that plane?
4.
Okay, can you open up the back, walk a Kerbal to the front, take the thing off, and see if he's still sitting at the front at the end of it?
Okay, yeah. And no, still no tongue.
Yeah, but supposedly they fixed the ragdoll physics of the female Kerbal, so they're slightly less bouncy.
So they can die when they fall from space.
Yeah.
Just like the male Kerbals.
Well, the main thing for the female Kerbals was that they would bounce all over the place because they had the ragdolls kind of set up wonky. Let's see, I'm barely scratched the surface on these patch notes. Let's see, the nav-ball throttle and RCS lights are hooked up to the EVA jetpack. Interesting.
Alright, we need forward thrust. Forward thrust. Brakes off. Throttle up. And let's see what happens to poor Val.
Val's the adventurous type. She would enjoy it.
Yeah, I want to see if they fly to the back of the bus whenever you fly it like that.
Oh, if Aki's stream is anything to go by, and I'm pretty sure it was Aki, he opened up the cargo bay and the rover was just pinned to the back of it.
Oh, I think I see. Yeah, that's Val right there. She's in the back. Hi, Val.
Should be able to open up the top cargo bay and just be able to peek in.
Well, I mean, I'm clipping through it with the camera. But
Oh, that's nightmarish.
Okay, I'm not going to be able to sleep for a while.
I'm gonna crash trying
Okay,
to do this.
okay. So the thing you need to do now that we know that is you need to load one of those up and just do a bombing run over the Kerbal Space Center.
Well, we could do that with Val right now as a little test.
Poor Val.
Oh, hey, I never put the ladder back up. Nah, it's fine. You don't need it to be up.
I'm wondering if you can drop enough cargo on a building to destroy it.
Maybe, if you load up a really heavy rover or something. I wonder if they fixed that as well.
I'm not sure if you can if your cargo is Kerbals, but you can if it's like fuel tanks or something.
That's so funny. She's just rolling around in there.
You could almost hear her go, wee! Yeah, they added a lot to thermodynamics.
There she goes. Oh, she picked up all of the physics of the craft and just launched out. I wonder if she died. Nope, she's falling. Which, I mean, she might die.
I wonder what speed she hit at.
Oh, she still survived. Although she landed on her helmet. Kerbal helmets are still indestructible. It would seem. Alright, let us crash the plane.
Here's something that's going to make Biff happy. Reworked upper atmosphere of planets for better air capture experience.
Yay!
Bombs away.
Added convection and shockwave temperature multipliers per body. Ooh, here's something that's also fun. Lowered the max internal temperature of crew parts. So I'm betting crew cabins explode a lot easier now.
Alright, so Bob
Maybe
and
that makes
Valentino lived. Bill died. And Jeb.
Now, going kamikaze on the VAB. Yep.
Alright, back to the spaceplane hangar. What other stock toys are there to play with? The Albatross is an old stock craft. Although it looks a bit different to my eye. But I don't feel the desire to go play with it.
Solar panels lose flow rate underwater. Rocket engines lose ISP, of course. Well, it doesn't have the of course, but it's kind of funny that they added that right away. Because I don't think a lot of people to immediately build a submarine. Well, at least until Scott Manley builds one on his channel.
Ooh, those respond much quicker. Alright, let's see what this little space plane can do.
Is that a new effect on those, or?
Yep, that's a new effect.
Used them.
Definitely a new effect.
Now, I know they talked about reworking the jet effects in the last dev notes. But I wasn't 100% sure if it was for this version or 1.1.
No, that's definitely new.
Joe was just having a blast testing out all the new toys.
I like the new pictures, like with the new cockpit
Yeah.
internals.
Yeah, it's not straight on for Jeb in this one.
No, which is nice. Feels like an actual camera inside the cockpit. I don't know, all of the straight-on views always just felt kind of funny to me.
Supposedly, double right click and then you're able to look around with the mouse like you are in IVA. Yeah, people are finding all sorts of fun little toys.
Like what little toys?
Well, like I said, the double right click supposedly it turns on smoke mode and external.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it does in IVA.
Yeah, it does. Which I discovered that by accident a minute ago. I thought it was like, I don't know, my mouse had hung up or something. But that is a feature, not a bug.
Well, to be fair, a lot of features start off as bugs.
True. So, Nos, did you like Amy and I's last podcast?
Yeah, it was pretty good. You guys, I don't know, like you're really getting... I mean, you guys already had like a natural talking ability, but you're just getting more used to each other, so it's getting better.
Yeah. That's definitely how I felt about it. We have a blast. I'm still waiting on her to send me this huge audio clip of like an hour that we talked after we recorded and talked about all sorts of things. Like,
Are you going to filter out some bloopers from it or some segments? Or just because?
I'm going to put the whole thing on my YouTube channel. We had actually a really interesting conversation about psychology and the differences in the United States and the UK's healthcare system. We talked about politics a little bit too. We might cut some of that.
Yeah, that's something we try to avoid. Like, we do a lot of tirades and digressions, but we try to avoid like politics and religion. Because the only thing it can lead to are a bunch of letters that we can't read without us completely changing what the podcast is about.
Yeah.
Isn't that Biff's day job? Wasn't he? Didn't he say he's a political commentator or radio host? Or I can't remember exactly what he said.
That is
It's
what
along
he has
those
told me
lines.
before.
I mean, he has the ability to do editorials.
Ooh, I just caught something else interesting in these notes.
You were so excited. Ooh. Like your version of an ooh.
The RCS blocks also have a thrust slider on them.
Oh. That is very handy.
Let's see, solar panels can now extend in and track in the editor.
That is nifty. I would like to see what in the name
Parachutes now have disarm
of holy
option.
God is this?
Waiting for the stream to catch up.
That's amazing.
What the hell?
This is a stock craft. It's called the Strato launcher. Well.
Oh yeah, that's a missile. That is totally a missile.
I want one.
It's got the Stay Putnik on it, so I'm probably going to crash it. Oh, it's got the avionics, the fly-by-wire avionics on it. Okay, I can turn that on. And then use SAS. Alright. Brakes. Let's just, before I launch, I want to see what all these do. Engines, obviously. Oh, okay, that launches it.
Oh, there's just so many little quality of life things in this.
So it's a little. Oh, it's a little bitty probe. Okay.
So it's basically a satellite launcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to launch some satellites into some buildings.
Yeah, they may have intended it to launch satellites, but we know what it really is. Many new career cheats added. Interesting.
This thing is nifty. Engine nacelles with the turbofans. So I guess the idea is get really high, then launch.
All
Like
the
whoever
time.
designed this thing.
Heyo. Both of you made high jokes at the same time. I would expect nothing less.
And it was glorious.
Your face is glorious.
Well, do you expect anything less from a pretty princess?
No, I don't. You make an excellent point. Might help if I didn't just go like, not vertical, but fairly vertical. Just shallow out my trajectory a little bit.
Oh, here's something that's going to make OCD people very happy. Docking ports now have gendered as an option and support limited docking angles.
Ooh. Wait, they have what as an option and support limited docking angles?
Gendered as an option. I'm not sure what that means exactly in this context, though.
It means certain docking ports are male and certain are female, so you need a male one and a female one to dock.
I was going to say if it's just limiting the, or make it so that certain docking ports can only attach to others.
Does that mean that you can use docking plugs now instead of docking ports for an even cheaper and easier docking system? Although if it's just you're swapping out the quote-unquote gender of the docking port, that's probably not the case. Uh-oh. Yep, this is not going to work. I did not get high enough. Quick, someone bring me...
Just stay together as one happy launch vehicle.
That would be the best. Alright, everybody, we're back. I have no idea why my computer hard crashed, but it did. So, if that happens again, Rage is just going to type in chat that we're calling it for the night, because I'm not going to keep pushing my computer to completely crash.
Yeah, we need Biff to return so I can blame him. I personally think he's avoiding all the music questions at this point.
Probably.
I think we have a subject for this week's audio letter.
I think he did what I do with like every text message and like started responding and then just forgot to finish.
And then just wander off.
Pretty much.
Alright, so let's try this thing again.
That is still such a weird design.
It is a really funny looking plane. But hey, you know, whatever works. I mean, and it very clearly flies.
What is this aerodynamics?
So is this a plane that Freetal's just cries over when he sees? I'm not sure joy or sadness though.
It makes me feel like it was made by the Nazis. Have you ever seen those weird planes that they built, like that had asymmetric aerodynamics and stuff like that? That's what this feels like to me. Something that the Nazis built. Or would it be the Kotzies, the Kerbal Nazis?
Now I'm just envisioning a Kerbal with a toothbrush mustache and a bad hairdo with a piece of hair hanging down.
Well, if it gets fixed, there's a mod for that.
Well, Biff just tweeted Kerbalcast is out, so he's around.
I mean, that also just means he has a smartphone.
Tweet back to him and be like, "Where'd you go, old man?" Actually, don't do that. That would be mean. Just be like, "Where'd you go?" Yeah, I agree, Phil. I love how the missile is trying to steer the plane.
Hitting the water at 160 meters per second still results in death.
Did you slam into it, or did you try to land on it at that speed?
Straight nosedive.
Yeah.
I think some experiments are going to have to be done on the landing speed on the water now.
User disconnected from your channel.
Uh-oh. Who'd we lose?
There's Biff going.
Everybody on my friends list is getting on KSP. They're all trying it.
Yeah, I'm going to wait till after this. But then I have recording tonight as well. Oh, I'm conflicted.
What are you recording? You said Afterbirth?
Yeah. Yeah, Nos has Nuclear Throne. I have Afterbirth as my... well, it's not really isometric, but it's not really top-down either. I'm not sure if the view would be properly. But all roguelikes.
Angle metric.
I freaking love roguelikes. They're just like, you don't get attached to anything, so you can just go in, play, and like, oh, I died. It'll be the same tomorrow.
There's some really fun combinations, and well, at least the one I play. You get some really fun weapon combinations.
Have you tried Nuclear Throne?
No, I haven't, but I do have another one in the same genre that I've played a bit. It's, well, hang on, let me find it on my list. It's around here somewhere.
Eventually,
Another one.
I'm going to stop gaining altitude. There it is.
Full Mojo Rampage.
Full what?
That's the other one that I played a fair amount.
What was the word after full?
Full Mojo Rampage.
Oh, I've seen the name. I haven't played that one though.
I haven't played a ton of it, but I played a little bit of it. That's really a genre that's kind of taken off now that I think about it.
Yeah, I mean, I really like it because I played Nuclear Throne a lot. Risk of Rain, I beat it as much as I could in as many ways I could. And
yeah, I haven't Risk of Rain. I haven't played it that much.
Once you really get the hang of it, it starts getting ridiculous, like how overpowered you get.
You know,
I have Rogue Legacy as well, and I haven't played that much of it.
At first I was positive this little thing was not going to make it to space, but I'm pretty sure it's going to make it now. Well,
This is actually an impressive launch system.
Yeah, it's super efficient because you just swap back to the plane, you know, fly it back home. Right. Let's ditch that. Ooh, I like the look of the new ion engine.
If they made the plane float, then really it'd be pretty good because it could just hit the water and just stay there, and then you could, recover it and get your full money.
Oh, that is a nice effect.
Yeah, that's cool.
Looks like they took a lot of things from. Looks like they are from Real Plume almost.
Yeah, they look good though.
I prefer the hot rockets.
You've never used an ion engine, Spaceman? I love ion engines. You can build some crazy craft with ion engines.
Jared, you may want to
I
roll
don't
your
like that.
I may want to what?
You may want to roll the probe so one solar panel's not blocked there. When you have the ion engine on.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna make orbit. I probably should have just boosted the whole time.
I'm not sure if it was blocking it, but it looked like it was.
I mean, it looks like it's blocking it, but you right click on it. Oh, now it is blocking it a little bit. We're not gonna make it, Captain. We overestimated the power of the ion engine. Oh well. I'll just let it crash down. I guess the plane disappeared because I got way too far away from it. Alright. Space Center. Let's check out the other cool toys. Let's tell your uncle to head on over to the stream. Ah. Why is my keyboard behaving this way? Hang on, I'm gonna Alt-Tab for a second. It's not really helping any. There we go. Alright, what other stock craft do we have to play with? Velocities? Was that one of the ones from before?
I don't recall it.
I don't think so. Because it's got the Mark 1 crew cabin. Sure. Let's give it a shot. Hello, your uncle.
Yeah, that's definitely new. Greetings, your uncle.
I like the tiny little engines now. I like that. How tiny it is. Uh-oh.
Oh yes, perfect.
Oh yeah. Alright, I wonder if we can land at 100 and whatever meters per second in the water.
Starting the experiment of just how quickly we can land.
Yep. I've just got it full throttle. We're gonna hit probably 200 meters a second. Oh, gaining altitude. Gotta nose down a little bit. Still gaining altitude.
I wanted to
And-
skip,
Yeah.
like when you skip a stone.
Skipping planes.
250
Also, something else that they
meters per
mentioned that
second.
something that they mentioned that I don't see in the notes is that Eve's seas are actually more dense than Kerbin's.
It would be cool if you could land on them with wheels and then you would sink in like jello. Alright, 10,
I doubt
9,
they're that
8,
dense.
7, 6, 5, 4,
What if they were a
3,
non-Newtonian fluid?
2, 1 meter, or 1 meter above the ground. Holding at 1. And we're going fast enough to gain altitude again.
Deploy the gear.
Oh, 1. 1, 2. Oh, no, 2.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Here's you laugh like this. Oh, it's great.
Oh, man. Jed died.
Wow. Died of G-force damage.
Now, see, that's something I would expect to make my computer crash. That ridiculous spinning and eye hurting. Nope, we're fine.
What do you mean you're fine? The ocean's on the top now. That's not how that works.
Maybe we went to Australia.
Yeah, there we go. I went to Australia. It just flipped upside down is all. Right. This time we're just going to kind of drive off the runway into the sea. Well, not exactly drive, but close to it. Oh! That was cool. Also, Nos, there's your skip.
Not enough ridiculous gimbal.
Alright, can we take off halfway in the water?
Well, wings are supposed to generate a formula lift when they're underwater.
Make
So I
something
guess
so
this is
heavy.
the test of it.
Make something so heavy it just drives on the bottom.
Oh, I've seen. I shouldn't say seen, but I've heard people talking about just making really dense rovers and exploring the ocean bottom.
I could do this for hours. I could just build different planes and try crashing into the water for hours.
I fully expect there to be a contract before too long that has oceanic exploration.
It should be called Under the Sea. Under the Sea. Under the Sea.
Well done,
Alright, I'm
Sebastian.
giving up on shuttles for now. What should I make?
Nope, we did it again.
Submarine.
And died. That hurts my eyes.
Underwater plane?
Yes.
Absolutely, underwater plane.
I wonder if the air intakes will work underwater.
Well, there's no air underwater. I mean, technically,
They turn into water intakes.
But does the game know that?
Osprey. Is this what? Is this supposed to be another float plane? except like a Delta Wing jet fighter float. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, that definitely looks like they built floats. The USI survivability pack that has the floaties in it are going to be so useful now. Well, once they're updated, of course.
Panther afterburning turbofan. What modes? Oh. Oh. That's what I like to see. They're not kidding when they say afterburning. Let's retract the gear.
Is that toggling to a rocket mode or?
No, it's an afterburner. It is. Does it double?
High thrust, low efficiency.
Oh, it way more than doubles your fuel consumption. That's almost. I think that's 7 times as much fuel consumption.
Well, that's one way to get off the ground.
Yeah, I agree, Phil. It looks like a mere 2000. Can we go vertical on the afterburner? Yes, we can. We are accelerating in a vertical climb. Oh, no, we're not. We're decelerating now. I messed it up. I guess I was just near vertical. No, they're not fuel cans, Phil. They're floaties. They're empty fuel tanks so that they'll be buoyant. This is supposed to be a water plane, but then I saw the afterburner and I decided I'd rather play with that. Easy there, little fella.
Phil, does it look like there's a way to jettison them?
Alright, how fast can we plow into the water? Or maybe the ground. Let's go back to the ground. Let's see how fast we can hit the ground.
Aim for the VAB.
Isn't that always where you aim? Isn't that the rule?
Pretty much. I mean, you build a big building like that, you may as well just paint a tarp on the side of it.
Is my glass cracked? Look at that. Oh, we're gonna buzz the tower, all right, Phil.
Well, did it start like that, or was it always like that?
I'm not sure. Uh-oh.
If it didn't start like that, and that was the atmospheric stress on it, that is amazing.
Yep. Yep. Aw, yeah. Hit it nearly 500
Negative Ghost
meters per
Rider,
second.
the pattern is full.
Alright, now let's actually relaunch this and try and land it in the water without tearing the floaties off.
And see if the glass cracks are there.
Oh yeah, good point. Oh, they are. That's interesting. That afterburner is too cool. Let's retract the gear. Yep, this is what I'm going to be spending, like, whenever I'm not playing Fallout 4 in the near future, I'm going to be building float planes. There's going to be so many Let's Plays on my YouTube channel. So, if you build the floats this big, you can put this much weight on top of them. You can float a little barge out into the sea and mine with it. I'm going 230
Submarine
meters
attempt
per
number
second.
1.
Alright, screw it. Let's see if we can land it. 200. We did. Oh, I had an orbit.
Shame we don't have anyone that does plane tutorials anymore.
Yeah.
It'd be great to know how to build a seaplane.
Sucks to suck.
Sucks to be you. I'm gonna get all the glory for all the seaplane tutorials. Maybe that could be this week's coming Kerbal 101. Seaplanes. I did say I was gonna talk about planes in the next episode. Alright. Nos, are you still there? We may have lost Nos.
Well, that explains why I got so quiet. We've bored both the crew to sleep. First Biff nods off, and now Nos.
Nah, they just can't handle it. They can't keep up with us. Me and you, Rage, and Free Toss tonight.
Almost at the end of the runway.
I wonder if I can land on the floats. Oh, your uncle says Nos has muted himself. Alright, let's see if we can land on the ground on the floaties. No.
Just put wheels in them that retract inside the floaties.
Well, they have wheels that do that, but I was just going to see if I could land it on the floaties. But it didn't work out so well. Hello, Mechasonic. Alright, are there any more stock craft, or is it finally time to start playing in the toy box? Nah, that's the same as it always was.
Okay, we are in the water. Let us try to dive.
Thunderbird. Ooh. Oh, are those drop tanks?
Oh, it's working. Sort of.
They are their drop tanks. Oh, okay. We have to do this. Even though it's basically just what is that? Rage, help me out. Do you know what model plane that is? Would it be a shooting star?
I'm not a plane guy.
Or
What?
a saber? Shoot, what's the number on the Super Saber? That's what it reminds me of.
I'm officially flying underwater.
Is it a MiG-15?
Jet engines still work underwater.
Yeah, I was thinking Saber, Spaceman. The
It's kinda
F-86
silly that-
Saber, yeah.
Underwater.
The texture of seafloor is glitching out.
No, I've never used weapon mods, Mechasonic. It's kind of been on a thing I've been like, yeah, I'll try that at some point, but I never have. Alright,
Minus 100 meters.
light the afterburner. I need to set that on an action group.
This thing is super hard to control.
That's what she said. Alright, let's kill the afterburner.
So it appears that the way that this is
Bye, your uncle.
working is I angled my wings downward such that I have a negative angle of attack.
And you're just driving into the water, basically?
Yeah, and just going straight makes me go down. If I try and actually nose down, then I lose all my speed and start to float back to the surface.
Interesting. We've got enemy planes spotted below us. Drop the tanks. Dive down on them. I will say the one thing I like, or that I'm liking about not having FAR installed, is that I can do stupid things and the plane won't tear itself apart. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, we've been hit. We're going down. Oh, look out. Ah.
I would imagine Jeb would say that, but Bill?
Well, Jeb died. He died in the last plane crash. Yes, I am 5 years old on the inside. And no, Phil, you can't in the stock game, to my knowledge. I mean, obviously, I just did some stupid stuff and my wings didn't come off. If you play with FAR, which normally I do, then yeah, you can absolutely tear your wings off.
You can tear your wings off in stock now, too. It's just a lot harder.
Oh. Alright. So, what do we want to build first, Rage, now that we're done playing with the stock toys?
Passing minus 250 meters.
I would say
Well,
we'd build a
Free
sub.
Toss is doing
but-
the sub, but
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to do the sub anyway.
Yeah, because nobody can see free toss.
Do the sub, and then we'll try to like experiment with different things and try and figure out what actually like works well.
Alright, so did you just basically build a plane with the wings angled down and then that was that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright. Let's put an intake on it.
I'd rather have like an underwater airplane than a like an underwater rocket that just goes down.
Uh-huh. Phil asks, do you think you can float on Joule's atmosphere? Perhaps. Let's see. There's the time.
I would be shocked if you could. You'd probably get destroyed before you hit a density that would allow you to float. Well, short of mods add aircraft, or not aircraft, but basically blimps.
Also, the Aero Forces display does work underwater.
Just taking a minute to look at how some of the part redesigns look. Yeah, BD Armory, well, since this is Mechasonic, since this is the newest update, BD Armory won't be working yet. Only a few mods that just happened to already be compatible is all that I've got working right now. Let's see, where's the wing that I'm looking for? No, that's not it. All of the parts are in different places because I took out all my part mods.
I just jumped out of the water like a dolphin.
Cool. What do you want, a treat? I could, Phil, except up here in the corner where you don't see anything, I've got a whole bunch of stuff from XSplit giving me information about my stream and what my PC is doing right now. So I can't see anything from like here to here.
Let's make a dolphin.
Your face is a dolphin. I don't even know what that means. Let's just use a couple of the fixed landing gear. Because, I mean, we're obviously not flying with this thing.
Well, define flying, of course.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I had to step away for a moment. Girlfriend's back, so I gotta take off.
So you left, and then you came back just to tell us you were leaving.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't realize my mic was on mute for a while, so all the best things that happened in the stream you didn't even hear.
Pretty much, I guess, right? Hey, at least you're better than
Biff, who just disappeared. He was like, hang on a second, an hour ago.
Yeah, it's like Unknown Spaceman's half hour.
He did like the ding dong ditch of Twitch streaming.
I think he got upset because I brought up the name Justin Bieber. That's going to be the next artist that we're not allowed to talk about, I guess.
To be honest, Justin Bieber should already be an artist we're not allowed to talk about.
Did they add any 2.5 meter liquid fuel tanks?
I'm not sure. I haven't even looked yet. Like, I've just been playing with all the stock stuff. So the wings being at such a negative angle of attack basically gives me air brakes if I'm not on the throttle. It slows me way the heck down.
It gives you downforce.
Yeah, a lot of downforce. I don't know how fast is safe to go off the edge of the runway, so we're just going to take it slow. Nope. Alright, I was about to say not slow enough, but we're good. Yeah, I've tried out the Panthers, Luke. They might be my new favorite engine just because of the afterburners. I'm a sucker for pretty fire.
User disconnected from your channel.
And then there were 3.
I love being able to drive into the water at something faster than 5 meters per second. Like, I panicked. And I was like, oh, we're about to explode. Nope.
So do you think they'll enable or make underwater specific engines at some point?
Say that again?
Do you think they'll make engines designed for underwater or propellers? Or I should say, just for propellers?
Yeah, mods will. There's already the Maritime pack, which does. All right, so I put too much angle.
Even aircraft expansion, the electric propellers would feasibly work.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let's just go for a gentle angle this time.
drag is still very much a thing.
Underwater?
Yeah, so don't angle your wings too much.
Yeah, that's the exact problem I just had. I pretty much did a nosedive into the ground. So this time I just did one notch. Phil, you're pushing real hard to get into our special streaming Twitch channel. You want to have a foursome? That sounds
Makes me
interesting.
wonder what he's up to. Is there some alternative motive here? I mean, I already have mouse bucking for my job.
Oh, we're good. We're about to be not good. Not good. Yep, not good. Oh, Phil, I love it when you push hard, baby. You pushing hard is one of the best things about my night. If you know what I'm saying. Hey, Relic. Alright, so this time we're not going to go at 150 meters per second off the runway. I got greedy on that one. Hello, not good. What's not good? Me crashing? Drive in between the lines. Not really. This thing's not very nimble. Gotta go download the podcast.
Yeah, same here. They always release it now on Mondays. I like this.
They're competing with us. That's what it is. We got competition. They're scared of me. They're like, oh man, that Jared guy, he's gonna steal our entire audience. I agree, Spaceman. More submarines need Cessna wheels. I still don't want to drive into the water like 30 meters per second, even though everything's fine, I think. Alright, we're going to take it slow this time. Nope. I just nose down, Spaceman. Or not Spaceman, gosh, free toss. I don't know why I said Spaceman. That's all I'm doing is just nosing straight down.
Well, you don't have any control surfaces on this, do you?
No.
No, you don't.
I mean, I'm underwater.
Why would control surfaces not work underwater?
Because this is KSP.
I guess rudders aren't a thing then.
Yeah, that's true. Alright.
Well, look, you have a rudder right now.
Yeah, I already did those, Phil. Alright, fine. I'll put control surfaces on it. Put a couple there. And a couple there. There, that should be enough. And then, for good measure, we'll pull this off. And we'll slap a couple reaction wheels on. And some batteries.
Reaction wheels are cheating.
I don't care. You're the one who has a problem with cheating. Batteries are an utility, Jared. They've always been there.
I need Aaron tanks.
Hi-oh, Relic. That is a Class A bad pun. Alright. Uh-oh. I got too greedy again with my speed.
Now the real trick would be to make a plane that can fly and be a submarine.
Well,
Whoops.
free toss, if you bring your flight fundamentals back, you can do that. I'll even leave that one for you. We'll use these like brakes. So because I wasn't paying attention to my placement, these are all weird. That's a scientific term for it as well. All weird. What's up? We're playing around with all the new stuff. Right now we're trying to build a submarine.
Or would this be more of a seaplane?
It's a subplane. We need a sea shanty. Rage, do you know any good shanties?
Not really.
Well, what good are you then?
Knew a guy into back in elementary school. Under the sea. Under the sea. The seabed is not rendering. Yeah. Yeah, there's... You can see the cutoff on the two different cameras that they use for the game world, huh?
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's actually really interesting, just all the little hacks that they had to do to get Kerbal Space Program working correctly. Basically, the game renders, I think, 3 different cameras, but 2 for the environment and 1 for the IVA, of course.
yeah.
A far camera, which has low...
That was a weird little judder.
Waiting for it to catch up on my end. A low distance camera that has all the scatter effects and that sort of thing, and then a long distance camera to have a low and I'm blanking on the term for it. Oh, I hate it when I do this. This is the second time tonight I blanked on a proper term.
It's alright. You think about it, and I'm going to read all these chat messages that just popped up.
Level of detail.
Ah. Let's see. I'm 806 meters under the surface of the ocean. And I'm worried I'm going to hit the bottom and not know it.
Greeting some guy twitches. Sorry, but Nonce is already down for the evening.
He already left the building.
So you're just stuck with me and Jared and Free Toss as well. Anyway,
where's my space shark?
In space? Are you gonna try and put that underwater?
The water is no longer safe. If you could get that weighted just right, so just upper the dorsal fin breaks the surface, that would be a perfect video.
Oh, hey, I'm on the bottom of the ocean. And I didn't crash and explode and die.
Alright, here comes the space shark. Designed to fly, but will it sink?
Alright, we are on the bottom of the ocean. Is there a crew report from the bottom of the ocean? No. It's just the water one. I need to get, what is it, crowdsourced science? They might have one for the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, the shark might be too non-buoyant. Or too buoyant, rather.
Yeah, because you made it out of lots of wings and fuselages.
It doesn't have a lot of fuel in it, because I had to weight it. I also needed to take the time to remove all the solar panels that I put on. It's like over 300 parts.
Parts schmarts.
I want my multi-core processing.
Me too. Aw, yeah, look at that afterburner.
It's very rare that you see a jet-powered submarine.
Yep. Oh, I'm gaining altitude. I feel like I'm just driving down. Alright. We are gonna see what happens when I point this thing towards the sky. Oh, the wings flew off. That's good to know. What happens when we break the surface of the water? I'm predicting explosion. Nope. Alright, I want to build a sub-launched rocket. Because that actually pretty much performed how it should in real life. Oh,
that is
this
hilarious.
is so cool. Oh, I'm so happy. I wonder if we can still steer it alright since I've got reaction wheels. Although my batteries tore off with the wings. Nope, we're locked onto this trajectory. I can kind of pitch down and yaw. Phil, isn't every Kerbaled object basically a manned cruise missile?
No, we built unmanned as well.
And that's it. I'm out of air. So from basically 1,000 meters under the sea to 50 kilometers in the sky.
Yeah, I wonder if you had swept wings, if the wings would have ripped off underwater when you pulled up.
I don't know. Maybe not. But I'm out of battery power, so we're just going to spin like this. I'm going to time warp. Oh, that's making it worse. Yep, still getting worse. Alright, now we're dropping. Maybe we can restabilize. Oh, that's good. SpongeBob SquarePants. On the bright side, since the throttle's stuck on, if I get enough air, the engines will come on their own and I'll get battery power.
Now, can you stabilize?
Nope. Well, there went the landing
Bill
gear.
looks content. It's like, this is my life now.
There went the intake.
Do you have the heat indicators turned off?
And splashdown. Yeah, I turn those off. I dislike them. Alright, back to Spaceplane Hangar. Alright, modifications. First, we're gonna go with swift wings. Or should I do delta wings? I'm thinking delta wings. Alright, let's actually look at my center of mass and center of lift. Okay. Oh. I can scoot this a little bit farther forward. Yeah, that's good. And batteries. Those are utilities, of course. I'm going to attach them to the fuselage this time, just in case the wings do tear off.
Again.
Yeah, again. And I mean, let's be honest, when the wings tear off again. Okay. Let's do retractable gear. Again, I'm confused at where things go because I no longer have any parts mods installed. Yeah, that's good enough. Alright, I am satisfied with that. And I don't feel the need to go 1,000 meters under the water this time. We're just going to get in the water, go down a little ways, and then shoot back up like last time. So, Rage, I have a question for you. Rage? Hello?
He's dead, Jim.
Well, at least somebody can hear me. I was about to panic, like, uh-oh, did I forget when my computer crashed to turn the mic back on? Which happened to me last time that happened. You know, this is kind of a cute little plane anyways. I'm all alone without my co-host beside me. My troubles have all gone. And now
What am I,
I'm
chopped liver?
singing. Well, you're not my official co-host there. Come on, point down. There we go. Dive, dive, dive. Alright, we'll retract the gear. Phil, if Rage is ever out, you can be my official co-host. Alright, so far the Delta Wings, they didn't rip off. Excellent. Air, that way. I have to know though, Phil, what qualifications do you bring to the table as an official co-host? See, Rage has got his deep, lovely voice to help entertain, plus years of YouTube experience. What can you do for me if I let you on my show? See, Phil, I've got the sharp wit and the sexy body here. Alright, we didn't get as high this time. Only 33 kilometers. I'm clothed right now. It's rare, but I am actually clothed. Oh, you're back, Rach.
Yeah, sorry, I had to step away unannounced.
It's okay. I was lost. I wasn't sure what to do without my trusty sidekick. So our water launch went much better with the design changes. Oh, I told Phil while you were gone that if you were ever out, he could be my official co-host. And now he's mad that you're back.
Sorry.
Because you're ruining his chances to be an official co-host.
Well, I'll be gone for a week in early December.
Oh. Where are you going?
Well, most likely. I'm moving.
Oh, is that when that is? Okay. I was about to make
At least that's the current plan.
I was about to make some comment about a sexy lady. See, there you go, Phil. When he's gone in early December, as long as the plan goes through, then you can be my official sidekick. You'll get the
shark
special...
does not want to make it off the end of the runway.
Poor shark. Yep, this craft just doesn't have what it takes to get to space. At least not without some additional engines or some other kind of launch vehicle. The inwardly screaming protagonist, Spaceman. Yeah, I'm just breaking myself. That was silly. I've still got lots of intake air, though, according to this. Just losing lots of speed. Don't worry about it, Phil. You weren't spamming chat. You just wanted to be a part of the show. You wanted to show me that you cared. Alright, we're dropping out of the sky. Whee! Alright, let's see if we can go back underwater. Oh, and what did you want to show me, Phil, if it was more than you cared? Oh. Free toss, some guy Twitch has just called an aileron roll a barrel roll.
Use a boost to get through!
Use a boost! We're boosting! Oh, that's kind of headache-inducing. Oh, I just killed Bill with G-force.
Well done.
And now we're going to careen into the sea at 850 meters per second. Alright, let's go play with some new rocket stuff.
Yeah, it seems like the focus was on planes on this mini update or whatever you want to call it.
This appeasement that they've thrown us.
Yeah. Well, that's the term I used for it.
Alright. Fuel tanks. There were no new fuel tanks. And no new cockpits.
There are new ore tanks.
Where?
The
Ooh,
little
radial
mining,
holding
the
tank.
little mini stuff.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, basically the new stuff is meant to fill a niche of biome hopping, but you have to really scan the planet because the mini drills require a minimum ore concentration. But the thing is, I don't know the exact thing. It should list it in the part, hopefully.
Well, let's look. The junior mining
Also, the parachutes now list their safe opening speed at carbon.
Do they?
Yeah, in the tooltip. Yeah, or concentrations of
264
more than
meters per
2.5.
second. Fancy.
Yeah, notice that's at home, so carbon's sea level.
And then the mini ISRU. Can you create shoot. What fuel is it that ion engines use? I'm drawing a blank.
Xenon.
Xenon, there you go. Can you create xenon yet?
I don't think so in stock.
Nope.
But truthfully, ions, you're not going to build a lander with the ion engines, are you?
No, but it would be handy
Outside
to be able
of,
to refill.
what is it, Gilly? That is absolutely, that you more dock with Gilly than land on it?
Yeah.
I think it's Gilly.
Alright, pods. Let's start with the handy dandy Mark 1 command pod. Was there anything new added in the 1.25 section? New engines, new fuel, new anything?
Going to go double check, but I'm not sure.
Doesn't look like it. The Aerospike got a redesign. And the Thud got a redesign. But that's it. No new parts. Alright.
Yeah, supposedly they are going to look at the rocket parts at a later date. It was just the plane parts needed it more.
Nothing in the 2.5 meter range either. Engines. So you got the shuttle engines. I guess that's a 1.25
Okay,
meter.
here's the parts. Here's the...
I'm listening.
complete part list under the changes. 625 air intake. Added a .625 liquid fuel tank. Added the Panther afterburning jet engine. Added Goliath giant turbofan engine. Added S3 KS 25-1 Vector rocket engine with super large cabling range.
Which is the
Added
shuttle
Mark
engine.
III. Yeah. Added Mark III size cargo ramp. Added Mark III size engine mount piece. Added Mark 1 crew cabin, seats 2. Added new mini ISRU. Added Mark 1 cockpit model overhaul. Mark 1 cockpit IVA space overhauled. XM G50 air intake model overhauled. Mark 1 fuel structural and fuel fuselage parts overhauled. The T1 Tellurial Aerospike engine overhauled. The Weasley overhauled. Whiplash overhauled. And engine nacelle and engine pre-cooler parts overhauled. So absolutely, really no rocket parts.
Well, the Vector engine is in the 1.25 meter range, so if you, for some reason, need an engine with a higher gimbal range, it's the same as the swivel, which is the engine that already vectors. It just vectors a lot more. I'm looking to see what the thrust is.
I imagine it's probably a lot deeper in the tech tree.
Probably is, yeah. We should start a career game or a science game and just go take a look at the tech tree before we're done tonight.
Well, a career mode just to take a look at the
It's got a
updated
lot
on
more
the
thrust.
achievements. Remember?
Oh yeah, right. It's got a lot higher thrust, also thrust ratio. What time is it? It is 10:11. So because I already started this, I'm gonna build this funky looking little rocket here, and then we'll pop over to career to check out what it's like to start a new career mode.
The shark is too buoyant.
Hey, Ghost.
Time to redesign the shark.
That's so much gimbal range. Whee! Whee!
Somehow it's a lot less intimidating when it's
Oh my.
swinging at you upside down.
I think I destroyed my parachute.
Yeah, on the left, the indicator is actually showing unsafe conditions for the parachute.
Yep, I just realized that. Alright. Revert flight to launch. That has so much thrust. So, you could, whenever you get to that in the tech tree, you could build some ridiculous 1.25 meter rockets. You do some crazy stuff with that thrust rate or thrust ratio. Alright. So see, we're launching, and already, even at a third power, that's more powerful than the 1.25 engines normally. And if I punch it, that's ridiculously fast.
Well, it's meant to be fed from an external tank and counteract asymmetric design, right?
Yeah, that's the point of it. But who's to say that we won't have a little fun with it? And the Mark I
Whoops.
crew cabin will make early game tourist contracts a lot easier.
Yeah.
Alright. So let's go back to vehicle assembly. Exit out. Alright, main menu. Let's start a new career. 1.0.5 career. Are there any new options? Decline penalty? What's that? I'm gonna turn that to 0.
You can makes it so you can't immediately accept and then reject a contract to cycle it out.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if declining a contract straight out and not accepting it at all impacts it, though. That's actually a good question.
Alright. Let's take a look at this tech tree. And I can't see because the chat bar's in the way. And for some reason I can't pull up my little stream option to move the chat bar out of the way. Fancy. Alright, so I can't see what the tech tree says. Alright, I'm clicking through the rocketry stuff. Tell me if you see it.
Okay, I'm keeping an eye out, but
Propulsion system.
yeah, that looked like a very heavy rocketry.
Very heavy rocketry. Yep, there it is. So it is at literally almost the end of the tech tree. Yeah, so you won't be using that anytime soon. I'm actually going to Alt-Tab and see if that fixes it. Nope, that doesn't fix it. I'm pretty sure what's causing all of my problems is the XSplit update. I'm going to see if I can roll it back after this. Alright. Science from Kerbin. And launch first vessel.
Yeah, go check out the new strategy as well.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll go do that first. Nice dating strategy, Spaceman. I'm glad it worked out for you. Unless she's not really your wife and you've been lying to us. Nope, that's not the... There we go. Alright, which one is the new strategy? I hardly ever use strategies.
I'm waiting for you to catch up. Or for me to catch up. Well, that wouldn't be strategies.
Leadership initiative?
Yeah, leadership initiative.
If we focus our efforts on consistently pushing our own space program forward, we can drum up more public interest. We will, and then the chat box is in the way.
Okay, it's plus 7.5 funds to milestone gains, 0.75 reputation to milestone games. You actually gain reputation for milestones now. That's interesting. And plus 2.5 science to fieldwork gains. I'm guessing that's just, experiments done without a contract. Negative 3.75 funds from contract gains, 3.75 science, and 3.75% reputation from contracts.
Yeah.
So definitely favors just, doing your own thing.
Yeah, and I mean, that doesn't sound like much to start with, but I mean, you think about it, 7.5% on like $1 million reward.
Well, and that's also at the very bottom of commitment.
Yeah, that's true. At the very bottom, or the least amount of commitment you can give it. Which is good. I like that because, I mean,
Yeah, if you haven't started building yet, go back and turn it up all the way and let's see what it does.
Can you do that without being able to
I'm not
select it?
sure.
Because, like, it's...
I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, I can. Holy poop. If you go all in on this one, like, you just want to do your own science or your own, career mode, 150% to funds and reputation and 50% bonus to science.
Wow. And negative 75 to basically everything from contracts.
Yeah. But I mean, I really like that. I like kind of the beginning of the career mode where you're doing the milestones and the first couple things. And then I just want to play on my own and have the extra limitations of career mode. Oh, look, there's something from Deadly Reentry, despite the fact that it's not installed.
Yeah, you're getting a little bit of popping in your audio now.
That's odd.
Not sure if it's your lapel mic going or something else.
All right, let's do some science. Crew report. Mystery goo. Oh, whoops.
Well, that shows the changes to the parachute.
How so?
It no longer instantly warps around. So, nice demonstration there.
Thanks. That was absolutely what I was going for.
And you hit the bunker.
Stupid bunker. I never liked you anyways. I forgot to get new contracts and everything. Ooh, you immediately get a lot more contracts than before.
Yeah, they added a new type of contract to the early game, the payload contract. I'm not sure if you have any yet. Usually you had out the atmosphere to get these.
What is this? Conduct a focused observational survey of Kerbin. Oh, so that's just another one of those. Go here and do.
Yeah, the Hall Mark 16 parachute to flight above Kerbin is one of the new contracts.
Have Mark 16 parachute. Altitude 3,000 to 11,000 meters. So
yeah, you literally don't have to. You don't have a test on it. You're literally just carrying it there. It's a payload.
Huh. That's fancy.
Yeah, I guess they realized that the early game, until you got out of the atmosphere, was kind of boring. That's why usually my second launch was literally just a couple of the solid rocket boosters stacked on one another to break the atmosphere to get the new get different contracts.
Ooh, I like the new icon for the world first. And they're all combined. Fancy.
Yeah, I wonder if you can you see the other ones or all the world firsts, or the available ones, I should say.
You might be able to view them in the maybe in the research center. They might be in the archives. No. Archives.
What about mission control? Under active.
I just kind of clicked through it. Oh, whoops. I hit
No.
spaceplane hangar.
Okay. I guess that'll be something people have to figure out on their own.
There's gotta be a way to look at them somewhere. Maybe when you upgrade the building or something, you can see them. Alright. Command pod. Science. Science Junior. Science Junior. Couple of mystery goos. How you do radial parachutes before you have the radial parachutes.
Well, don't you get the oh, yeah, never mind. I clicked away from the stream for a moment. I thought you were talking about a test contract, not that.
Alright, later, Phil. Alright, let's observe the materials bay. Observe the materials bay. Take a career report. Uh-oh.
No, good to hear. Uh-oh.
Nope. Not good.
I do like the indicators on the icons now.
It's immediately destroyed. Alright. Oh, slow down. Come on, slow down. That's a good little rocket. Slow down. Nope. Alright, we're going to revert to launch on that one. You didn't see anything.
Hugh Aki in his Men in Black clip, or have you ever seen him use that?
No, I haven't seen that. Alright, this time we're going to get a lot more vertical. Alright, we might be too vertical. Got some more world firsts. I feel like there's a lot more of them now. Wasn't that in the notes? There was going to be more.
Yeah. They didn't specifically say there'd be more, but I'd imagine that they would have to add more just because, they're making a strategy just to fund your space station or your space program off world firsts. It's going to be interesting to see if people can actually do a world first only space program and not have to rely on just the contracts, or just use the contracts when they need a little bit of funds.
I'll try it. That might be my new Let's Play series, because obviously until my mods get fixed, my other one's dead. So that would be a fun challenge. Because basically you'd have to do enough world firsts in order to be able to really pour some money into that world first.
Yeah.
To get the boost, like to get it to maximum, and then just go from that. Are there world firsts associated with biomes specifically, or is it just the bodies? Or do you know?
I don't think biomes, but I haven't seen anything conclusive, so I could be wrong there.
Alright, guys, I have to call it a night myself. Work in the morning. But this was fun, and I had fun playing around with the new update and chatting with you guys.
Alright. Good night, Fritos.
See you later, Fritos.
As always, you're welcome to come hang out with us.
Oh, wow. Did you notice the parachutes, when you touch down, they actually realistically started to, just come down?
Yep. Instead of disappearing.
Disappearing instantly. They still disappeared, but that is a neat change.
Right, what time is it? I think I asked that. 10:30.
10:30.
User disconnected from your channel.
Just wanted to...
So we have half an hour left?
Yep. Wait, I need to go...
Now the question is, which are you going to play tonight? This or Fallout?
Oh, definitely Fallout. I might play this in my break. Like, just sit here quietly and just happily build seaplanes. Like, I genuinely was not kidding when I was like, ooh, I could do this for hours. Night, some guy. But I don't know. I'm definitely playing Fallout tonight, though. But I mean, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go look at my crash logs and see if I can figure out how my PC crashed. I'm almost positive that it's XSplit. Don't know how or why, but I'm almost positive that's the case, because I was not having this problem until that recent update, and then every once in a while I can see my CPU just running away.
And just causing an overheat, possibly?
I don't know if it's an overheat or if it's some kind of like overflow error or something, you know, that's like just causing it to get conflicted so it shuts itself down. I'm not sure, but it's doing something. Alright, new. I had one other contract. Oh, the RT5. Oh, it's test. At an altitude of 280,000 to 290. Why did I accept that contract? That's stupid. Alright, escape the atmosphere and orbit Kerbin. Let's do that and take a couple of... Wait a second. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's Kerbal Engineer. I was like, what are those parts? Why are they here? False alarm, guys. It's just Kerbal Engineer. Don't worry about it. Right, pull my thing. 30 parts, 18 tons. Too many tons. Also too many tons. Oh yeah. Get rid of the monopropellant. I always forget about that in the early game.
I mean, it doesn't save that much, but, you know, it is helpful. And you could probably cut down the abrasive shielding.
Let's see.
Sorry, ablative shielding. Oh, why did I say abrasive?
I don't think this is gonna work. I think I'm gonna wind up with a suborbital first. Oh yeah, no, I've barely. No, Spaceman, that is for some reason from Deadly Reentry. I don't know how or why, but even after being uninstalled, it's still installed in my game. Alright, yep, this is not going to work. So we're just going to go straight up, get the suborbital, do some science, and then come back down. So with our last little bit of time, Rage, how do you feel about the update overall, just seeing the stuff in it?
I'm actually a bit more impressed than I thought I'd be. There's actually a lot more meat to it than I was expecting.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly.
I mean, I'm still much rather have 1.1 to be perfectly honest, but then again, I'm a hardcore modder, so
I agree. I agree on that sentiment, but yeah, I still am thinking to myself, I wish that they would have just waited for 1.1 and before they did any of the stuff, just giving us a 64-bit first. But
from what I could tell, and I brought this up in my audio letter this week or this past week or however you want to call it on Kerbalcast, that it didn't sound like it took that much time from the development of 1.1. The only time that they really had to focus on it was this last week, and then everything else was basically just what they could port without that much effort.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would have probably ended up with a Tanner range because that was probably the only system that they mentioned that. Well, that was the only system that they mentioned that required Unity 5 to work on.
What in the world? I wasn't overheating, was I? I mean, granted, I was at a weird angle, but I wasn't overheating, just the parachute.
Oh, that's weird.
Well,
no, it was the Mark I cockpit that exploded on its own. Remember, I was talking about how the manned parts have a lower tolerance now?
Oh, yeah.
So maybe you do need that shielding.
Well, the shielding is on the bottom of the capsule.
True.
Alright, we're just ditching that stage a lot earlier this time. Because it doesn't matter. Safe to deploy. Unsafe. Yeah, Spaceman, or not Spaceman, Ghost Shark, I saw what you said about the module manager, and I will do that.
Professor Herbal, what are you talking about? What part is left over? Or is he responding to Ghost Shark talking about module manager holding on to little bits of other mods if you don't clean it out?
Yeah, I did not know that, so I will be cleaning that out.
I'm still poking around the Kerbal Space Program subreddit, looking for other things.
Uh-huh.
And just seeing people link their error logs of the KSP add-on version checker.
I think, so I was sitting here thinking more about my thoughts about this. I think that, like, if I was to give this update itself completely out of context of 64-bit 1.1, like a grade or something like that, I think I'd give it like a B+ to an A-.
Yeah, I think that's the problem, is that we're comparing it to what we want, and this isn't what we wanted.
Yeah, but in
it's
context...
it's like... I can't think of a good way to explain it. Imagine you're taking a drink of something and you're expecting like a grape Kool-Aid, but instead of it's iced tea, but you don't notice the slight difference in color. So you take a big drink of it and it's not what you expected. Sure, it's all right, but because it's not what you expected, it's not that good.
Yeah.
That makes any sense?
Nope, makes perfect sense. Yeah, completely out of context, I'd give this update like a B+ to an A-. It's not perfect, there's some weird little things in it, and I'm sure there's going to be bugs that we discover in the near future. I mean, this is KSP we're talking about here.
Like the seafloor rendering.
Yeah. But in context of everything that we are expecting and that we know is coming and that everyone cares about way more than these little part updates and stuff, I think I'd give it like a C- or a D+, because it really is just like, here, have these little bits to keep you happy until we get what you really want ready. That's what it feels like to me, and I don't like that. But I'm not going to give it an F like I was originally going to, because, I mean, it is some nice stuff.
Wait. I'm poking around the subreddit some more, and it looks like they may have changed something that is actually kind of big for something that I'm planning on.
What, in this update?
Yeah.
What did they change?
If this is true, the crew jobs is no longer based on a hash of the Kerbal name. It's actually a trait now.
Oh, so you can actually rename them and not mess up their jobs.
Yeah.
That's handy.
That's if this is true. I'm going to have to go double check this. And of course, I haven't loaded up the game yet, so got to go do that real quick. Join the legions and legions of people loading up KSP.
Yeah.
At least it's the unmodded game, so it loads quickly. I'm basically loading it and unloading it to update the files.
Mm-hmm. Alright. New rocket. Command pod.
Well, I probably should create a new save as well. This is one thing that's nice about loading up the unmodded game. It loads quickly.
Spaceman said that he downloaded it from Squad Site, so he thinks that it's working. And thanks for that, Ghost Shark. I will see you guys on the other side of Fallout. Actually, I'm going to be streaming Fallout later tonight. I was going to say this in the outro, but Fallout goes live at midnight Eastern Standard Time. I've got it preloaded. So basically, I'm just going to, at midnight, open Fallout, make sure my graphics settings are correct, make sure the audio is working, and that it plays well with a streaming program. I've got a couple. And then I got a whole bunch of monsters in the fridge, and I'm just going to go until I can't no more.
So in other words, see you Wednesday for Wednesday night Warframe.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to stay up all night or not. I am a grown man with responsibilities, but I am going to be up very late. And then on top of that,
just did that.
In all of my free time, otherwise, I will be playing it. I might hop on Warframe, like take a break and hop on Warframe tomorrow night, hang out, and talk to you guys and stuff like that. But, I mean, basically on Tuesdays, what I normally do is record from like 8 till 11 or midnight and get videos ready. During that time, I'll just play Fallout.
Jared just confirmed it. The crew roles is now a settable thing and not a hash of their names.
Sweet. Also, what are you talking about, Spaceman? I'd never spoil anything.
Well, I did hear that you want to set the world on fire.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
Fire.
I just want to start a flame in your heart.
Okay, let's test this. I swapped the roles of Bill and Jeb. So if this works correctly, Bill is now a pilot, and Jeb is an engineer.
Oh, whoops, I've got those set in the same stage. There we go, that's better.
It works.
Nice. Alright, I've got 5 parts left, so I can slap a little more fuel on there.
That is be really, really handy.
I like the way you said
Of course, that project's not going to start till 1.1, but it's good that I won't have to do some interesting things to get what I want to work now.
What's your interesting project?
Oh, that's something I'm teasing for now.
Gonna tease it. I'm not sure why I've got this flea here in the middle. I don't need it, but why not? Keep an eye on Zip. Jeb, Val, and Zip. Nice. Alright, you're supposed to be lifting me off the ground, rockets. What went wrong?
Yeah, I'm really not convinced that Zip is a pilot.
See, he's got a 1.88. Maybe if I bump them down a little bit. Why am I not getting off the ground?
Do you didn't have it set for atmospheric, so could that be it? The engineer. Check your engineer settings.
Kerbin, atmospheric. I mean, that drops it a little bit, but it still should be enough to lift me off the ground.
Yeah, weird.
What if I raise them so that the thumper is what's sitting on the ground? Maybe somehow them touching the pad is interfering. And no, Spaceman, no progress yet. I talked to my friend today. I guess that was it. Maybe they were like stuck in the geometry, the level geometry, or the terrain geometry. But anyways, I talked to my friend today, and he was like, "Yeah, I have no idea why it's not working." He's gonna actually take a look at my system sometime this week. Isn't it Thursday you're leaving, Spaceman? To turn to the right. Turn to the right. To the east. You're going against the rotation of the planet, rocket.
No, to be fair, who needs that free Delta V, right?
Yeah. Right. Who needs it? Wednesday night, last night of your team speak until Thursday. I mean, if we have to, in order for Rage Night to do our streams, we can use Skype, and then Jim has got his server that I'm sure he wouldn't mind using for group stuff if it's not working. But my friend is supposed to be taking a look at it.
Are you sure Jim wouldn't mind? I mean, he seems to mind a lot of things.
Nah, he wouldn't mind. $10:52, so this will be the last thing. Whose turn is it to do the outro? Mine or yours?
I think it's mine. I end up on Mondays. You're on Wednesdays, right?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, shoot. I just ran out of fuel. Well, I didn't just run out of fuel, but... I don't have enough fuel to make this maneuver because I lost my free Delta V. So we got a suborbital. Oh well. It's very round. Yeah, I suppose there won't be a private channel, but I mean, we'll make it work if mine winds up being unworkable.
Yeah, probably just Skype then.
Yeah, we'd probably just Skype. Oh man, look at that ablative burn off. Whoops, I'm going to hit Alt F12.
Yeah, I didn't get needed that much ablative to re-enter. Brand, you are re-entering from a lot higher, well, not orbit, but altitude.
I blew up. So some things are different. I will definitely
Well, they
say that much.
did work with heating.
They did work with heating. I guess I'll have to learn the new system. Also, FAR probably changes how it works, and I'm used to FAR. I don't know. But we will revert to vehicle assembly because I don't want to lose my people. How do I keep stability on such a long rocket while launching? You see these little fins right here? Power? The fins do it. You can keep just about any rocket stable as long as it's long and doesn't, come out on the side weird. And you put fins on the bottom.
If you look at the Saturn V, it actually has fins at the bottom.
I've never noticed
to help
that.
with stability. I noticed it whenever I watched Apollo 13 recently. Well, I shouldn't say recently, but fairly recently at this point, I guess.
Fuel tank. How many parts do I have?
Well, sort of fins slash... No, it definitely has fins. Never mind.
Fins are magic. None of my rockets leave the pad without fins, even if I could probably get away without using them.
So you're like Tom Sawyer, you need to have your fin with you?
I do. Nope, we're not going to turn to the left this time. We're going to turn to the right and get our free Delta V. Or at the very least, we're going to go straight up. So it's kind of a net neutral. You know, when you said Tom Sawyer, I thought of Rush first. The band.
No, I was going for Mark Twain.
Yeah. What's my Apple at? 67,000. Right. We'll coast up to 70. Alright. And actually, I'm pretty much going to go horizontal. Just go for straight horizontal speed.
Yeah, I do wonder just how big a jump KSB saw in concurrent players today.
Probably a lot. There we go. There's orbit.
Let's see if Steam Charts has it updated yet.
Is 11 o'clock.
And all's well?
And all is well.
I'm not sure if this chart's updated yet, but it doesn't look like there's been a huge jump yet. Looks like their all-time best. I'm pretty sure this is launch day. Was just shy of 20,000 concurrent players, which is just insane when you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, especially for a game like this.
No and that's just Steam players.
Yeah.
Well, multiplayer doesn't mean a great concurrent base. I mean, just look at, let's pick a game almost at random. Evolve.
Alright, so whenever the ablative shielding runs out, the pod immediately blows up. So that is a weird deadly reentry thing that is screwing with me. But now is not the time to sort out that problem because it's 11 o'clock, which means it's time to call the stream. Which means, Rage, it's time for you to work on your highly practiced and highly scripted outro.
Yeah, very professionally done. And we've been Team Anger Management for Monday Night Kerbalcast. I've been Caffeine Rage, sitting in with
Jay Arthur, also known as Gaming Psychologist.
And you can catch us on our YouTube channels. I'm at Gaming with Rage.
And
Jared is...
And I'm a Gaming Psychologist.
Again. We want to thank everyone for tuning in, especially with our technical problems, or should I say Jared's technical problems.
My crash.
And we'll catch you next week with some more Monday Night Kerbalcast.
And you can also catch us Wednesday for Wednesday Night Warframe. And go listen to the regular podcast.
Oh, and I was going to say, and Fridays for the Friday night random game that we're going to play. Any idea what we're playing this week?
I don't know. I'll poll everybody again and see if we get some more responses. If nobody responds, it's going to be Warframe again.
Oh, that's an interesting bug. I just looked back at the stream.
Yeah, I discovered that while you were talking. I was just sitting here playing with it. Oh, yeah, I was playing with it. With my phallic-shaped object. Anyways, we already did the outro.
Oh, my.
So,
well, that was pretty much it.
Yep. We'll catch you later. Bye.